All right, so there I am, just chilling in this hotel lobby, minding my own business. It's one of those average Tuesday afternoons, not too hot, not too cold, just the right amount of mix. I've got my laptop out, trying to look busy even though I'm just scrolling through memes on the internet. Now, let me give you a bit of background about me. I'm not your typical hero in this story. I'm just a dude who enjoys his peace and quiet, loves a good laugh, and is always up for a bit of drama. As long as it's not in my face, you feel me? So, I'm sitting there, pretending to be engrossed in some serious work stuff when suddenly, the peace is shattered. Enter Karen. Yeah, one of those I want to speak to the manager types. She's got this tiny dog with her, a fluff ball on a leash that looks like it's got more attitude than its owner. Karen, who's probably named something like Brenda or Carol, marches in like she owns the place. She doesn't even glance my way, just barges up to the front desk. I can't help but overhear bits of a conversation because, well, she's not exactly subtle. She's waving her arms around like she's directing air traffic. Your hotel is a disgrace. I demand a refund. Now, I'm thinking, oh, what went down here? But my curiosity is on simmer mode. I'm not one to jump into other people's business unless it's, entertaining. So, Brenda, Karen is going on about how her precious little furball just couldn't wait for the elevator ride to the ground floor. Apparently, Fluffington decided the hotel lobby was the perfect place for a pit stop, and as luck would have it, he chose the carpet right in front of the check-in desk. The poor receptionist is looking more confused than a chameleon in a bag of Skittles. I can tell she's doing her best to keep her cool, but Karen ain't having it. She's squawking about hygiene, about disrespect, about the audacity of this hotel to have the gall to not have a designated doggy bathroom in the lobby. Meanwhile, I'm trying to hide my amusement behind my laptop screen. It's like a live-action sitcom, and I've got a front row seat. Then out of nowhere, Brenda, Karen's eyes lock onto mine. Oh boy, here we go. She waltzes over, dragging Fluffington behind her like he's a disobedient toddler. You there! She points at me, like I'm the villain in this saga. I look around trying to convince myself there's some other dude in the lobby she's yelling at, but nope, it's me. She's got her sights on. What's your problem, huh? You think this is funny? She says, venom in her voice. Now, I'm no hero, but I'm also not about to take flake for a crime I didn't commit. I close my laptop, look her dead in the eye, and say, Lady, I'm just trying to enjoy my afternoon. Your dog's bathroom habits ain't on my agenda. She's not having it. Don't you dare talk back to me, you disrespectful punk. This is your fault somehow. I shrug, playing it cool. Sure, blame the guy sitting peacefully with his laptop. Real? Logical. At this point, the hotel staff is watching like it's a soap opera. The receptionist is ready to hide under the counter. Brenda, Karen, though, she's on a roll. You probably scared my precious Fluffington with your laptop or whatever. Dogs are sensitive, I roll my eyes, not even trying to hide it. Yeah, sure. My laptop, the canine boogeyman. She's fuming now. I demand this hotel ban you for scaring my poor baby. I'm baffled, lady. I didn't even look at your dog, let alone scare it. And ban me. You're out of your mind. Well, she didn't like that. Not one bit. She starts throwing insults like confetti at a parade. At this point, the hotel manager shows up, probably alerted by the escalating decibel levels. Brenda, Karen sees her chance for reinforcements and starts spinning her tale of woe. This man, she points at me like I'm a criminal mastermind, terrorized my Fluffington with his laptop, and now he's refusing to take responsibility. The manager, bless her soul, looks at me like she's trying to figure out if I'm a secret agent for some anti-dog laptop society. I stand up trying to keep my cool. Look, I'm not terrorizing anyone. I'm just here to enjoy the free Wi-Fi. Brenda, Karen isn't giving up. She's on a crusade, and I'm the dragon she's sworn to slay. The manager, sensing that this drama is spiraling out of control, decides to take decisive action. Ma'am, I understand your concerns, but we can't ban someone without proper evidence of wrongdoing. If your dog had an accident, it's not automatically this gentleman's fault. She's not having it. You people are useless. I demand compensation for the trauma you've caused my Fluffington. The manager, God bless her, stands firm. I'm sorry, but we won't be offering any compensation. Accidents happen, and we can't be held responsible for the actions of guests or their pets. Well, that sends Brenda, Karen, into a whole new level of rage. She starts throwing around threats, swearing that she'll leave the most scathing Yelp review the world has ever seen. The manager, unshaken, calmly informs her that she's free to do so. But here's the kicker. As Brenda, Karen storms out of the hotel, still yelling about the injustice of it all, she drops a few choice insults my way. And let me tell you, I've got a thick skin, but this lady's creativity in the art of insults was something else. The manager, recognizing that I've become an unwitting victim in this circus, decides to ban Brenda, Karen, instead. I watch from the lobby as she stomps away, Fluffington in tow, still muttering about the laptop menace. And that, my friends, is how I unintentionally became the villain in a saga of entitled dog owners and hotel drama. All I wanted was a quiet afternoon with my memes, but hey, sometimes life throws you into the weirdest episodes of reality TV. Hi, all. I have a bit of an issue with an ex-friend. I've taken out an APVO. We have the hearing in March. I'm just wanting to share this vent a little and get others' opinions on the matter. I've never had to do something like this before, and it where I stand. All names have been changed. I've applied for an APVO against an ex-friend and had the court date today. Ashley, not real name, chose to seek an adjournment and stated to the judge that she's wanting an APVO on me. The judge rolled her eyes and did suggest mediation. However, I don't feel comfortable with that as I know it won't help the situation. Ashley stated, I don't want her in my life and I want an AVO on her. The judge ignored this. Background information, Ashley's cat went missing around the 20th September 2023. I had gone out looking for her cat with her numerous times between the 20th, 27th September 2023. And while being disabled, I still trekked through paddocks and put off my own stuff to try and find her cat. But apparently I still was never doing enough to please her. Ashley has BPD and has a history of violent behavior. Court documented as well. During the process of searching for her cat, Ashley told me that her cat had a tile tracking tag. However, the tile tracker only picks up to a 400-meter range. I spoke with my fiancé, Sam, on the 26th September 2023, and he stated he was happy to look for his drone to hopefully help find Ashley's cat. I told Ashley about this on the same day. The morning of the 27th September 2023, Ashley called me around 9 a.m. and said she still hadn't found her cat and asked about the drone again. I remember saying to her, Sam put the drone on charge last night, so when he can, we will take it out and help you look for cat. I'm not comfortable taking his drone without him being there as it's not my device. Ashley screamed at me and said, how effing long does it take to charge a effing drone? I'm sick of no one wanting to help me find my cat. My family refuses to help. I'm at the point that I'm going to take Molly, her sister's dog, out into a paddock somewhere and leave her there so sister can feel what I'm feeling. Ashley started crying and expressing how upset she was. Ashley kept saying, you're not doing anything to help OP. If you were actually a decent friend or decent human, you would at least effing help me. When your cat goes missing, I won't help you find her. When your cat goes missing, I hope you effing feel the pain I'm feeling right now. Only when your cat goes missing will you even care. I have a cat named Potato, pug-faced Persian, who is sensitive to the sound of someone crying. Potato heard Ashley crying. I had her on loudspeaker and jumped up on the desk I was sitting at and let out a soft meow. Ashley heard this and screamed, shut the F up, you stupid C, and hung up. I messaged Ashley expressing my distaste for her behavior but still offering my help. Ashley acts on emotions when she is in a BPD episode, and I have had experience with working with people with BPD. I was a nurse and disability support worker for 12 years, so I know to not become argumentative, to try and minimize verbal attacks. It was also Sam and my anniversary that day, and we had dinner plans. However, Ashley demanded we cancel our dinner and go hunting all night for her cat. I stated no. Ashley didn't like this and blew up on me about consistently being a flake and fake friend. Previously posted about an incident with her demanding I go to a pub to babysit her 16-year-old sister and her friends. On the 28th September 2023, Ashley threatened to end herself and took a video of her in Bunnings, telling me to choose what rope she was to use as it was my choice and it was my fault she was wanting to unalive herself. Due to the nature of the threat, I contacted her mother and let her know what was going on, including screenshots and voicemails in hopes her mom could help her regulate again. I also went to the police station and gave the officer a used B with all the screenshots, voicemails, and threats. The police officer advised they would do a welfare check. Due to the stress Ashley was causing, I was having severe chest pain, full body shakes, and heart rate of 150 BM and above. I have 2 disabilities, ECRPUS, nerve condition, and POTS, autonomic nervous system issues, and the stress put me into a severe POTS episode, and I took myself up to the emergency department for help, where I was there for hours and had to have ECGs, etc. On the 29th September 2023, a mutual friend and I went to speak to Ashley's counselor, Bob, to let him know what was happening, in hopes he could provide Ashley with the support she was needing. Bob advised me not to engage with Ashley at all, and if I felt threatened, to seek further help from police or the courts. Ashley continued to contact me through TikTok, as it was the only form of communication I forgot to block her on. Ashley told me that it was a good thing I was injured at work and could no longer work again. The injury at work caused me to have an 81% impairment of my dominant arm, as well as caused me to develop 2 lifelong chronic illnesses and 52% whole person impairment, and that everything happens for a reason. I told Ashley that I was not standing for her abusing, harassing, and threatening me, and to never contact me again, and blocked her on TikTok as well. Due to the consistency of the harassment, contacting me and threatening me on 7 different methods of communication, as well as writing a nasty Facebook post about me and tagging me, and her continuing to try to contact me even though I told her not to contact me again. I proceeded with an APVO to protect myself, fiancé, and animals, as I am terrified that she will try to harm me or my animals or cause issues for my fiancé at his work. Ashley has also done drive-bys past my house, and I'm concerned she will attempt to harm one of my animals when I'm not home, just to cause hurt. Because of this, I have had to keep my animals inside while I'm in town, as I can't trust they will be safe in their own yard. I'm scared that she will attempt to physically assault me, and due to the harassment, threats, and fears for my health and safety, as well as my animal's safety, I am considering relocating elsewhere so she doesn't know my address. Ashley has demanded on numerous occasions for me to cancel plans and even cancel medical appointments just to go somewhere with her or do something I physically can't do. When I would stand my ground and say no, she'd start with crocodile tears and begin the verbal abuse. This story happened years ago, but I was recently reminded of it. It was 2012. I, 18 female at the time, was a freshman in college. It was a couple of months into the semester, and my roommate had dropped out, leaving me in my dorm room by myself. I was poor, living off of $50 a month my mom would send me in my meal plan. One day, a friend of mine, Sandra, asks me if I want pizza because she was about to pick up one and wanted to share. I said, sure. She gets the pizza and comes to my room, and we are enjoying it. During this time, I get a phone call from a different friend, Amanda, asking what I'm doing. I tell her that I was eating pizza with Sandra and then probably going to do homework. She says, cool, and we end the call. At that moment, Sandra says she has assignments to complete as well, and we call it a day. She packs up her leftover pizza and goes back to her room. About 5 minutes later, I get a knock at the door. I look, and it's Amanda. I answer, and I see that she is surrounded by 5 to 7 guys. The conversation goes a bit like this. Amanda, where's the pizza? Me, what? Amanda, you said you were eating pizza. Where is it? Random guy 1, yeah, we are hungry. Me, it wasn't my pizza. Sorry that you are hungry, but why are you at my door asking for food? Random guy 2, so no pizza. Random guy 3, we were promised pizza. Me, I don't have any. Random guy 1 then pushes past me into my dorm room. Me, what the F? Get out! Random guy 1, no, I was promised food and you will give me food. Random guy 1 then starts going through my cabinets. I turn to Amanda and ask her to tell her friend to leave my apartment. Amanda, just give us the pizza and we will leave? Me, are you deaf? I don't have any pizza. The pizza wasn't mine. Random guy 1 finds my packets of ramen. Random guy 1, cool, ramen, can I take a pack? Me, no, you can get the F out of my room. Random guy 1, no, I was promised food and I will not leave until I'm given food. The rest of the guys are looking uncomfortable now, and some are saying they just want to leave. Amanda tells them that they are leaving until they get food. At this point, I'm considering calling campus police. Now, random guy 1 is going in my freezer and refrigerator. He sees my ice cream, the only thing in my freezer, and my yogurt, the only thing in my refrigerator. Random guy 1, I'll just take your ice cream. Me, no, you can get the F out. Random guy 1, it's not fair that you have ice cream and I don't. Me, go get ice cream and get the F out. Random guy 1, can I get a yogurt? Me, will you leave? Random guy 1, yes. Me, then take 1 and leave. He takes 1 and finally goes back into the hallway. I go to close the door and Amanda stops me, still demanding the pizza. I'm beyond pissed at this moment, so I walk her to Sandra's dorm room. When Sandra opened the door, I immediately apologized. Amanda pushed me to the side and demanded the pizza, saying she and the boys were hungry and hadn't ate all day. Sandra gave them the pizza, but noted that there wasn't going to be enough for everyone. They finally all left. I apologized to Sandra again and explained the situation. She wasn't mad and said that she wasn't going to finish it anyway. The next day, I cussed out Amanda for bringing a bunch of strange men to my door demanding food when she knew I was struggling to find meals myself. She tried to defend herself, but I continued to yell until she apologized. The next semester, I ran into random dude 1. I didn't recognize him at first until he said, "You gave me a yogurt." And I said, "Oh yeah. You were the guy who forced himself into my room and refused to leave until you took something from me. Yeah, I remember you." He looked embarrassed and avoided me every time we saw each other. I swear, there's nothing worse than a mother at an airport. Coming back from Cuba, and I noticed this family right away at the Varadero airport because they were loud and the mother had a perma. Scout. Probably why she looked like she was in her late 60s rather than mid-40, which is probably more accurate. Getting on the plane, they were pushing everyone in line as they tried to move forward. Because, the plane with the assigned seating will definitely leave without them if they don't get on first. The mother in question was sitting in the row behind me, but across the aisle. At one point, I could feel someone staring at me, so I looked back and she was blatantly staring at me with the most disgusted look on her face. Probably because of my tattoos. Honestly, she seemed like the type, whatever. Then we get off the plane. She tried to push past me instead of waiting her turn, but of course I didn't let her because it's plane etiquette. Then as we're going through the hall towards customs, she's ducking running down the hall, witch face firmly in place and telling her kids to hurry. Because we're not all going to the same place. Of course, I get through customs before her, and I'm the first one at the baggage claim because I did arrive CAN and I travel frequently. So I'm standing right at the part of the baggage carousel where the bags start to come out, and suddenly I'm pushed to the side. It's EM. Of course, I hold my tongue. Bags start coming out and one gets stuck, so I go to put it back on the carousel to help out the owner, and I hear the loudest, rudest, "Excuse me," behind me, and she pushes me aside again to grab her kid's bag. Because the carousel isn't huge, she just had to stand as close to me as possible. That's when I snapped. I just looked at her and said, "Wow." Then she starts yapping at me like an annoying little dog, saying how she is helping her kids and she was being polite. I just retorted that she clearly hates her life, is obviously the type of a person who screams at customer service employees. She keeps going and she's giving me a headache and not worth my time. So I just said, "Honey, you need to shut your mouth right now." She did not like that one. She liked it even less when I started laughing at her. I could tell she is definitely a witch and has never called on her behavior. My bag came before the rest of hers and I left her there, yapping like the annoying creature that she is. The best part is that neither her husband nor her teenage children stood up for her. Her husband looked exhausted by her behavior. Parents, if traveling causes you to be so witchy and annoying, don't do it. Leave the rest of us in peace, please.